how I go from this to this. I'm gonna show you how I go about styling my hair in this way. My hair is naturally super curly. I had 2 Brazilian blowouts a couple of years ago, but I still have part of that, so the bottom of my hair doesn't curl like the rest of it. So it's not quite curl ready. I like the look of kind of the waviness, so I'm gonna show you how I go about styling it lately. Little sidebar here though, if you're a stylist, you've been doing hair for a really long time, you know a lot about how to do hair, don't come for me. I don't claim to know what I'm doing. I'm just showing you what I'm doing. Totally for constructive criticism if you want to give it to me, but don't come for me. We are learning here, all right? We're learning. I'm not even showing you the back of my head because God knows that is not my business. The back of my head is not my business. All right, let's get into it. You guys remember those power of makeup videos from like 2015, 2016? I don't remember exactly when time is a concept. Let's talk about the power of a refresh haircut. My hair color has been many things, many lengths, many textures, but I've been in a rut lately. Part of the reason why I've barely been on YouTube, I've just not been feeling it. Last week, my friend Autumn gave me a new haircut, including getting bangs. And this might not feel like a huge change, and for some people, and most people probably it's not, but it was enough to really push me out of my rut and make me feel more like me again. This is the toner that we use, the dye. It's Danger Jones, and the color is Antique. The other thing that I love using is this rose gold shampoo by Watercolors. I'll use this one once, twice a week maybe, but the biggest change has been something that is very new to me called K18, and it's such a weird shift for me. If you don't use conditioner, I am so used to absolutely dousing my hair in conditioner that this is such a change of pace, but I do really like the results. If you have damaged hair, if you bleached your hair a lot, this can really change it up. I have towel dried hair now. I had to shoot the intro. I had to let it dry a little bit more than normal. Also a microfiber towel, the business. We have to have it. And then we have our cake. And then we have our I've spilled a Fresca today and my coffee. Some things never change. I'm gonna do 1 pump right now. It's told to emulsify it in my hands. It says not to comb until after, but because of just how my hair is, I did comb it first. I find that helps me. So I kind of do 1 pump on half of my hair, 1 pump on the other. Your mileage may vary depending on your hair thickness. My hair is ultra thick. It is so weird to not be using conditioner though. And I did not trust this at first. Like I said, I am a big conditioner girly. This was a very weird change, but the results speak for themselves. It's a trust the process kind of thing. When I was looking up K18, they show that they bleached 2 strands of hair 5 times. One where they put the K18 on each time they bleached it, and the other they didn't. And the one that they didn't, basically broke in half because it was so over processed. It really does help. So now we're gonna wait 4 minutes and then comb it through. My bangs just wanna dry so incredibly quickly. I had to respray them. It's been more than 4 minutes, but you want to wait 4 minutes, and then you're gonna comb it through. I'm gonna add a little bit more water because normally it would be a little bit more wet. If I was doing this right out of the shower and not trying to film a YouTube video, I wouldn't be re-adding water. Combing it through now, and then I'm gonna add the products that I usually use. I have the Arnco Mood Swing, so I'll just spray this. And then I have the Redken Extreme Play Safe. This is just a heat protectant. Kind of squish it in, get it in the ends. I will usually go back in with my microfiber towel just to get out any extra product. Look how much my bangs just really, they just want to curl so much. What I have been doing, because the bangs, as you can see, they want to be curly so bad, and I do not want them to be curly. What I've been using is the Dry Bar Single Shot. I absolutely love this. I've been talking to you guys a lot about it on Instagram. It's fantastic, but it is too big for my bangs. They would just go straight out if I used it. With the single shot, I like to do it when my hair is about 50% dry. I don't need to do it yet, so I like to wait a little bit. I've been using my other blow dryer, which is dropping more stuff. The T3 Micro with the straightening attachment and this little baby round brush. Doing this around my head, I can't do it, but I can do it at the top. That's about all I can do. I will use this to get my bangs straight while they're still wet so that I can pull out those curls, and then I will just wait for the rest of it to dry a little bit more before going in with the Dry Bar. This is not plugged in. I'm trying to retrain my hair right here because it does kind of have a cowlick. I'm kind of going back and forth with my hair to try and get it to stop parting and flipping out. So that's the other reason that I am using, I don't know terminology, this thing on here and sort of going back and forth as well. This part is not at all, like the goal is not for this to look anything other than straightened. You see how goofy that looks? The bangs are a fully separate entity for me. I have the T3 Micro. This is my other favorite jam. I really do like the T3 stuff. So I just do the bangs in little sections and straighten them to try and keep them doing more like this. I want them to be a little bit piecey, but really quickly they end up real piecey, and that's not the vibe I want. I don't think that that actually was bangs. That's fine. That's fine. Dry this a little bit more and I can go in with the dry bar. Now I truly, madly, deeply love this thing. Taking that need to have a blow dryer and a round brush. There is nothing that helps to make my hair as straight as it can be with a blow dryer, because when I would blow dry my hair or try and dry it before, it would be so big and frizzy and frustrating. But now with this, making it so that when I actually use a flat iron or whatever I'm styling it with, it's so much easier. Little flip. Do you see what I mean? Like before I got that, I would not go outside with my hair just blow dried. But now, I mean, I could flip it under so it wouldn't be so like, fling. I would leave the house like this. It makes such a huge difference for me personally. This is Ama. This is just one that was not too expensive. You can see it's like 2 waves. My hair obviously is not very long, so I didn't want to get a huge one and not be able to do this. So even though like this still looks gigantic, I figured it out. So what I will usually do, I have a little clippy. This is when I actually clip up my hair. Clip it up. I use 2 heat protectants. I use the Revlon one for blow drying, and then when I'm going in with whatever styler that I'm using, I have the Guy Tang one, my Defender. So kind of spray that, use my brush. Once this is set, just going in, I'll leave it for a couple of seconds. It's hard to gauge because I don't want to go too close to my roots because you could see it kind of crimps. With those pieces, like I only really need to do once. Sometimes I'll go in and just do a little bit on the ends just so that they curl kind of in instead of sticking straight out. I don't want them like ultra wavy, right? Like it just needs to be a little bit. This is so easy. I was like afraid. And I mean, that's because I've literally only flat ironed my hair my entire life. I don't know how to do anything. I've always been so afraid just because I've struggled so much with just how my hair is, that even something that's relatively simple like this intimidated me, or I thought it would be too big for my hair. See, look, it did the crimpy thing. That's fine. This is literally my 2nd week doing this, and these are underneath, so I don't really care. This is literally just essentially volume at this point. I also thought that this would take a lot longer than it does. It really doesn't take much longer than when I straighten my hair. I mean, when I've seen people curl their hair, I'm like, how are you doing this all of the time? Because it seems like it just takes a really, really long time. I can't get this kind of wave with my natural curls. They're just not this way. They're so much more curly that this absolutely is not something that is possible. So it's been kind of fun. I warned you guys. I'm not like, I don't want to see you in the comments telling me how bad I'm doing. I'm doing it wrong. I am learning, literally doing this shit for like the 5th time in my life. Probably not even. Ooh, okay, so if I hold it kind of this way, it's not going to do the crimp, is it? Was it because I was holding it like at a 90-degree angle from my head? Maybe. I don't think that's what I wanted to do. Ooh, what did I do here? Yeah, I think it was because of how I was holding it. I'm still like fully failure at the back though. Fully failure. If it has some kind of texture, we're good. That's all that really matters to me at this point. That's it. It's fine. Everything's fine. Just making sure that I get the ends really is like the most important thing to me, just so that they're not sticking like these. See these guys? That's what I don't want. That's one thing I do know, is that when you are having to redo it, you have to wait for it to cool. Otherwise, it's not gonna do anything. Is it because it's too taut? Is that why I'm getting a crimp? Do I need to like do that? Why is it doing that? We'll fix that. That looks something. But I really do like that. I'm going to magically do the other side in 3, 2, 1. Last things that I like to do. I take my Olaplex bonding oil. I absolutely love this stuff. Just a couple drops, and I just will kind of smooth, scrunch, whatever. This has been one of my favorite things for as long as I can remember, which is Bedhead After Party. There's a nostalgicness to me about the smell of this because I've just used it for so many years. It's just a finishing cream. It gives a little shimmer, a little nice little shine. I like what it does to my hair. I also like kind of putting it in my bangs a little bit just because I like when they're a little bit more piecey. I don't want them to look oily, but I do want them to be just a little bit piecier. That's that's generally what we've been doing. I've been just so much happier. I feel so much more like me, which is just such a great feeling. It's so nice when you've gone from just like, you know, not feeling like yourself to just giving yourself reason to feel more like you. So that's about it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.